Also, we are joined in by Mr. Mohandas Pai now on this outage that we are seeing. Thank you, Mr. Pai, for joining us and speaking to Republic Business. Mr. Pai, let me ask you the first question. What impact do you think that this outage will have on the various sectors? And is this the first outage of this magnitude that you are seeing in your lifetime, or have you seen more outages of this magnitude in the past?
So I think this is the first large outage so widespread across the world that I have seen. There have been smaller outages, but they've been limited. But the first large outage, and it's come about because of the rise of global monopolies. A very, very large part of the data of the world, is in Azure with Microsoft, is there with Amazon. And I think it's very important for the world to understand that the risks are getting concentrated in a few people. If something goes wrong, that the whole world is at stake. I think it's very important because people are not able to log in, people are not able to do business, people are, airlines, airlines are shutting down because you can't log into systems, etc. Right. And this is getting because of concentrated activity under a few monopolies. And the rise of the digital monopolies enhancing the risk. It has lower cost, it has made things easier, better, that is the positive part, but it increased the risk because the goof up, something goes wrong. Like this company which has a security feature, the crowd company, and they did something. I don't know whether they followed good testing, they had done something, they maybe upgraded or something, and that is they are on Azure and they are shut down because they seem to be the default everywhere else.
Right.
So I think the wake-up call for everybody. I have not seen such large outages. There have been many other smaller outages which have been there. And remember, in India, when we had this big outage in power many years ago, the power system came out with something called islanding. Okay. Islanding means you isolate yourself from the entire system, so at least you can work. So I think we have to look at new architecture, new ways, and all the high-quality technical people along with government all around the world have to come together. It also raises a very important issue. In the age of AI, where AI can be used to break all security codes and everything, how do we respond to such outages? How do you respond to terrorist organizations? Are some countries which are known to interfere in this area, interfering and bringing the world down?
Right.
And for India, we have to look at our defense sector, we have to look at power, stock market, all other networks, and see how to make sure nobody can get in and nobody can destroy when AI becomes much more pervasive. Right now, there is a system because of the concentration of cloud, concentration of business activity, the few players, and one player on the cloud trying to do something to upgrade or whatever it is and get to the problem. But it's a very, very serious issue. All of us must wake up and take it extremely seriously. Not say it's an outage, it'll go away tomorrow, they'll fix it. But it raises very, very big issues.
Okay. And Mr. Pai, also everyone is watching out by when this problem is going to resolve. What is your sense saying? How much time it will take for the Microsoft to fix the issue?
See, look, I can't comment for Microsoft. We must ask Microsoft to tell us because none of us know the extent of the problem. We're getting news reports. Singapore is impacted the US, impacted the airlines, is impacted India. So I don't know. I can't make any comment how long it will take because we don't have the technical data. Microsoft should issue a bulletin every 15 minutes to inform everybody what is happening around the world. I think they should be proactive. Every 15 minutes issue a bulletin and that should be carried so people can know.
Right. And also, which sector do you think at the maximum loss when we talk about? Because we are seeing that airline operations have been impacted across the world, be it US and IndiGo, and all manual check-ins are happening at the airport. What, according to you, which sector is at the maximum loss?
Look, I'm very scared about the stock market system. I'm very scared about the bank payment system. I'm very scared about the airline system because, see, if banking comes to a standstill because of problems like this, money will not be transferred. What happens? Everything comes to a standstill, right? Banking is the core of human activity today for money transfers. Then the stock market trading is a smaller component of the entire global market. So I don't know what has happened there, but will happen there. And of course, airlines and connectivity is a big issue because as a global industry, airlines are now being impacted all around the world, in the US, in Singapore, and here. So I think, these networks, big global networks, business impact the lives of people. I think these are all critical issues.
Right. And also, last question that I want to ask you, Mr. Pai, since we talked about the Microsoft outage and its global impact, there is also a clamor for developing indigenous network system to have all these normal infrastructure that have gone for a toss because of this outage. Do you think that is a feasibility going forward?
No, I don't think there's a feasibility going forward. What we should see is how to create a software architecture we can isolate incidents like this. See, we can isolate. For example, Microsoft has centralized servers somewhere. Does Microsoft have backup so that a centralized server gets hit? Other things can come up. Now they have a centralized system of upgrading the software like this cloud thing happened. I mean, how do you make sure that the systems and procedures are better so that something that upgrades, something goes wrong, the whole system doesn't come down? It is not developing an indigenous system and everything. China has done it. China has created their own system. They have a Chinese firewall. Nothing can get in and nothing can get out. But the system can be subverted within China itself. But we are part of the global system. Something happens in America, we are impacted. Now we must see how to use the global system but isolate ourselves within India if things go wrong. Is that a feasibility? That is what I think technical people should sit and debate and see how to isolate systems so that, you don't get impacted by something happening in some other country.
Right. Thank you, Mr. Pai. Thank you for joining us and speaking to Republic Business. Well,